Hey guys, what's going on? I'm coming at you with the Marincess deck profile, and this is honestly a sleeper. This deck is insane. It could put out a crazy boss monster that is just unaffected by everything and has a better hand trap, better than Impermanence, guys. I'm talking way better than Impermanence. So let's just get right into this. I don't want to waste any more of your time. We'll just go. I just want to keep my deck profiles quick, you know what I'm saying? So people can watch it and just see what it's about. So Blue Tang, choose your Foolish Burial. You're going to be sending every other card besides this. This is your Solid Soldier, your normal summon, special summon one Marincess from your hand. Very nice, very nice. So next we got Seahorse. This is the one that you pitch with Tang, and you add it back with Slug, which is your Link monster. So you get to add this back to your hand from the graveyard, and you get this as effect where you can special summon to a Link arrow that Marincess monster points to. So that's nice, and that's nice. Another target you can send off Tang is this, because it has an effect in graveyard. If you have 2 or more Marincess monsters, you can special summon it to a Link arrow it points to. So it's very nice, guys. And that's all the Marincess monsters we play. Alright? Keeping it easy. Next, we got 2 Sea Archiver. This card just helps you extend, and it's a water and cyber, so it makes it beautiful to search off of Signet Mining, or even it's a water type. It makes it way better too. So that's very nice. And that's it, guys. That's all the cards we play to help towards our engine per se. So now we're going into our hand traps. So we play 3 Nibiru. Nibiru is insane. It can just annihilate Salamangreat, dinosaurs. It can just basically take a lot of decks on. Next, 3D Crow, the best hand trap of the format. This card is absolutely bonkers, guys. It just basically takes the Eldritch dude out the graveyard, so that's nice. Next, we got 3 Ash Blossom, another great hand trap. And then finally, Ghost Ogre and Snowfeet. So this card is absolutely good too. So next, that's it. That's all our hand traps. Next we got is our spells. So Signet Mining, guys. So basically, this is your Rhoda for everything. So very nice. And it's nice, too, because you can send Mandarin and Sea Archiver to the graveyard with this card, and you can still get their effects off, even if this gets Ash. So it doesn't even matter, guys. So next, we got 3 Call of Weathergrave, so we don't get Ashed. It's a definite must. Plus, if you just don't get Ashed, you can just set it and use it on their turn as an interruption. So that's really nice. And next we got 2 Pot of Desires. This card is absolutely bonkers. You basically send top 10, banish top 10, and you draw 2. But the main issue with this card is you don't want to shotgun this too early. You kind of want to get your field spell out of your deck first. And after that, you're basically Gucci. But you need to get the field spell out, but because if you banish 2, you basically lose the game. But sometimes you need this just in case you don't draw a Marincess monster. So, and that's if you don't draw the Marincess monster. In this deck, you basically want to draw 1 Marincess monster and then all hand traps or a Sea Archiver. So that's very nice. Next, we got 2 Marincess Battle Ocean. This card basically says if you link someone with Crystal Heart, that monster becomes unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and you can equip up to 3 Marincess Link monsters to it, and it gains 600 attack for each one equipped, and on top of it, it gains 200 life attack points. So we get a big beefy monster. Next, we have 1 Monster Reborn for extension, and 1 World Legacy Succession. That's very nice for more extension. And then that's all the spells and monsters we play. Onto the traps, and we only play 1 trap. We play Marincess Wave. This card basically says if you control a Link 3 monster, you can activate this from your hand, and you can negate a monster on field. And on top of that, your monsters become unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So even if you don't use the Crystal Heart, this can make your monsters unaffected by card effects. So that's very nice. And yeah. So to recap, basically, this whole entire deck is you know what? I'm not even going to get into it right now, but I'm just going to get right into the extra deck. So, 2 Marincess Great Bubble Reef. This card is your recovery card because on every standby phase, you can banish 1 water monster from your graveyard, and you can draw 1 card. And that's very nice. It can be really pivotal sometimes for you just get those extra draws to just crush your opponent when you need to just recover from what you did, I mean, you're just gonna end off on like 3 hand traps either way. So this like helps you like get more on board and just get you into more hand traps even on their turn. I can't tell you how many times I didn't have a hand trap on their turn, banish 1, draw 1, and it was Marincess wave, and I was so happy that was it. So, and on top of that, it becomes a wall. For every time your opponent banishes a monster, it gains 300 or 600 attack. So on top of the 600 already gets, it gets even more. So you're playing against the Orcust, this card becomes a wall that can't be, like, that literally can't be destroyed if you Crystal Heart. Even with Boral Sword, that's how crazy this card can be. So next, we got 2 Underheart. This helps you attack your opponent. You link summon into it, and you get to special summon 1 monster that's equipped to it and attack with it. This is very nice. And then Marincess Marbled Rock. Alright, this can be really good sometimes, because if you don't summon your, if they find a way to get over, and if you don't have, like, a way to get up to a Link 4, and usually sometimes, if you just end off on, like, if you just have 1 Marincess card, and if it's, like, you can only get up to like a Link 3 sometimes, but if you have like 1 extender, then you can go up to a Link 4. But usually if you have 1 Marincess card, you're going to end up on a Link 3. And this card basically says if your opponent declares a battle, you can send 1 Marincess card. And for that battle, Marincess, or that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. So basically this is the only monster. So that's really nice. So your opponent can't destroy it even if they have an out to this card. So that's very nice. Next we got Quarrel Anemone. This is the best one. Basically, this gets you into your Link 3s, or just helps you get more things on board. So you can target 1 water monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Very nice. And the best part is, when this hits the graveyard, you get to activate its effect and add 1 Marincess card from your graveyard to your hand, guys. So basically, even when it's equipped to a monster, and it gets hit to the graveyard, once that monster goes away from like a Link summon or just gets destroyed by battle or something, you get the effect of this to add 1 of those Marincess cards back. So that's very nice. Usually you're adding your Marincess Wave, or if they destroyed Battle Ocean, you're going to take the Battle Ocean. Next we got Crystal Heart. This is the card that you need to Link summon into to get your Marincesses to be unaffected by card effects through the field spell. So this card is absolutely nice and definitely needed. So next we do 2 Blue Slug. This is the first link you're going to go into. You're going to link it away, activate its effect, and then add 1 Marincess card back. Hopefully it's the Seahorse, so you can special summon it. Because usually you want to normal summon Tang, link this off, activate its effect to add the Seahorse that you dumped from Tang, and you chain Tang, because when Tang goes to the graveyard, you can look at the top 3 cards and add 1 Marincess card. So that's very nice. You can chain block with this, and it's very cool. Next we got 2 Sea Angel. This card is 100% necessary. As you noticed, we run 2 of everything, which is 100% necessary, because if your opponent somehow manages to stop your what you're doing, which is highly unlikely, you're gonna want a secondary option. So that's really pivotal to have, and yeah. Next we got 1 Abyss Dweller, and that's the last monster. This could be a Boral Sword, this could be anything you really want, but I like Abyss Dweller. Personally, I've been thinking about dumping a Marincess Wonderheart for Boral Sword, because an issue with this deck I've been having is closing out games, guys, because like I can just like hold them down, whittle them down, but it's closing off games is the issue. So adding a Boral Sword would be very nice. The only issue is some cards lock you into water. So once you figure out a way to not do that, then yeah, you can definitely play around that and get your Boral Sword. But most of the time, you're going to be crushing them anyways. So that was the deck profile. Tell me how you liked it. I really like this deck. Going over the negatives though, it is very, very problematic if your monster gets kaiju'd. So the issue with that is you basically lose so much advantage when you get kaiju'd, because there goes everything you built up to, all to 1 kaiju. I don't know how to, you can't really play around that, because you need to, you can only have 1 monster that is equipped with all those cards. So it's kind of hard, but I feel like no one is playing kaijus right now competitively until the what's it called? Until Dragoon comes out. But even right now, in the competitive, I've been seeing a lot of success with this deck. I've been playing against Eldritch, Altergeists, Orcists, Salamangre, and I beat them all. This deck is very nice. I really like it. It is very fun, and I don't have anything else to say about it. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. That'd be very nice. I really appreciate it. I'm only at like 4 or 5 subscribers, something like that. But if you guys can do it, that'd be very nice. Thanks for watching this deck profile, and I'll catch you later.